Hey friends, I'm Stacy and this is Gorgeously Aging, and I promised I would share with you guys everything that I brought back for Korea, so I'm going to do that in today's video. If you are brand new here, a special welcome, and if you've been with me for a while, sending you all virtual hugs. So just a tiny bit of backstory, you guys. I went from Colorado, I flew out of Denver, went to Texas. From Texas, I went to London. I got to London after a 9-hour flight very early in the morning, like 6 a.m. My flight wasn't until later that evening to go to Korea. So I spent the whole day in London. It meant that I had an absolutely crazy amount of flight time, but I really just wanted to take advantage of a 12-hour day in London. So when I got to London, I went on the Heathrow Express into the city and then took the underground all over the city, went to Buckingham Palace, walked around, got a coffee and scones. It was so lovely. Of course, it was a rainy, dreary day in London, but I guess that is par for the course. It's typical weather for London. I still enjoyed every second of wandering around and exploring the city in the little bit of time that I had. I saw the London Eye and I took the underground to the Kensington High Street just to do some window shopping. I really didn't buy much while I was in London because I knew I would have very limited suitcase space when I was in Korea. So speaking of suitcase space, I did take an extra carry-on. I actually purchased it when I was at the London airport so that I could bring back some skincare and things that I wanted from Korea. I knew the suitcase space that I had was little to none. I really had my big suitcase packed full and my carry-on bag was also full of stuff. So I knew I'd have to get something and pay to bring it home. This probably isn't the most economical way to get Korean products, but while in Korea, I just really wanted to bring back some skincare, makeup, and I got a few jewelry items that I will show you. To be totally honest, I was just super excited about Korean skincare. So my first haul was at a Korean drugstore, and they had so many things that I was familiar with in the makeup department, and even some things I was familiar with from using YesStyle in the skincare department. But the brand I'm going to show you right now is one I really wasn't familiar with. So Christina, who is somebody that works with acecosm.com, she is absolutely amazing. She pointed me in the right direction. Apparently this Aestura brand is one that they sell in dermatologist office and med spas in Korea. Very popular, dermatologist tested, and it's a barrier repair line, very gentle, appropriate for all skin types, even sensitive skin. So I picked up the Bubble Cleanser. I love a good gentle cleanser that doesn't strip the moisture barrier. I definitely like to use a balm to get my makeup off and then go in with a gentle bubble cleanser. So this one I've been able to test out and I love it so much. It reminds me a lot of the Hada Labo foaming cleanser. Now this auto barrier cream mist really intrigued me. It's got a ton of ceramides and it kind of goes on like almost a cross between a toner and a light cream. So I'm going to show you just so you can see, but it's beautiful on the skin. It comes out very lightly. So I consider this more like a toner, but it's absolutely beautiful on the skin. So I use this first after I cleanse my skin. Now I wanted to pick up like a whole range of products so I could do a complete skincare routine with this line, but I didn't because I didn't know what else I was going to pick up from other product lines during the trip. So I don't have a vitamin C serum from this line. What I did pick up that I loved as far as a treatment product is this Regiderm Skin Tightening Capsule Serum. This is a Derma Tightening Barrier Capsule, firming and strengthening skin barrier for aging and sensitive skin. So this is really a unique serum in that when it comes out, I hope you can see, I might have to like zoom in and show you. There's almost like little capsules inside of the serum, and once you rub it on, it's just the most luxurious, beautiful feeling serum. And I actually think my makeup looks so much better using this skincare, especially with this serum. Maybe it's just all in my head. I am trying a brand new Chanel foundation, so it could be the foundation, but I feel like my makeup looks incredible after using this skincare. The great thing about it, especially when you're not putting it in a carry-on and having to pay an extra $100 to check it and get it back home, is that this is quite affordable for really high quality, good ingredient skincare. Now I wanted both a lighter lotion and a heavier cream, so I picked this lotion, which is the Aestura Auto Barrier Lotion for strengthening skin barrier and moisturizing. This one has a really light texture. It's not overly heavy. So in the morning, if you don't want something like super, super heavy, it's really nice. And even though it's a light, it has like that all day moisturizing. So some moisturizers that are light, you put on, you feel hydrated for a few minutes or a few hours, and then midday you're starting to feel dry again. I have not noticed that with these products. If you guys haven't been able to tell, I'm a big fan of Korean skincare and just the whole vibe of Korean aesthetics and where they are in terms of how advanced their skincare and facial aesthetics are. So I am a big fan, so slightly biased on the Korean skincare. Now, because I had a CO2 treatment and some dermal filler while I was in Korea, I did want something that was very calming, and I love a good Cica cream. So from the Aestura brand, I got the Cica Calming Cream, and it has panthenol, which is such a great ingredient for calming the skin. And it says relieves irritated skin for irritated and reactive skin. So I've been using this in the evening since I've gotten home from Korea, and I really love it, especially while I was healing from that CO2 spot treatment. Now, I did get a small size of the Hydro Essence by the same brand and the SPF 50 sunscreen, and I really do want to get this in a larger size. I haven't had a chance to use this one yet, but I'll keep you guys posted when I have more information. Now, at that same drugstore, I did peruse the makeup, was very excited to see some Korean makeup brands that I have used in the past and absolutely loved. So Peri Para is a brand that I've used before and really enjoyed that. You guys, I'll leave the links and my link to both Yes Style and Style Vana. Both have a lot of Korean skincare, makeup products. So you can find so much there. They're not very expensive. And this one in particular is like a stain. So it goes on the skin, and even as it wears off through the day, the lips stay stained. So it's very sheer. It's not harsh at all on the lips. And I just love this. I think this is going to be really pretty over the holidays. And then this one by Etude House is also kind of that same sheer formula, and again, kind of like a stain. So I really enjoy those sheer formulas that wear off the lip throughout the day but still pigment the lips, keep them a little bit stained. Now this is by Clio, and I have only swatched this just a little bit, but this is more of a traditional lipstick. And I really like that color. I think it's so beautiful. So this one is in the color 02. And then also by Clio, I couldn't resist this really beautiful neutrals palette. It has some shimmers and quite a few mattes. And then there is a single like shimmer there. I might give that to one of my daughters. I will do a eyeshadow look with this palette and let you know how it performs. I don't think I've ever used the Clio formula before, but I've heard really good things about it. And I really like this like lucite or clear packaging. I think that's so pretty. So while in Korea, we went to this absolutely incredible mall in Seoul. It was in the Sky Tower. And the mall was just so luxurious. Tons of incredibly high-end stores with security guards standing at the doorway. Also some stores we would recognize from here in the United States and other countries. But it was just, it had the feeling of luxury. It seemed like something you'd see in Dubai. But in typical Stacey fashion, because I swear I have like a homing device to Sephora, I found the Korean Sephora and got some skincare there. Some of it I have never heard of, and one brand I cannot find anywhere. So I'm hoping that I can find it and link it for you in the description. So the brand I'm talking about, it says PRMR, and I was initially just immediately gravitated towards this packaging. I mean, it's just stunning. Let me show you some of the other products and then go through it one by one. I am a sucker for beautiful packaging, clean ingredients, and effective skincare. So we have the Comfort Amino Rich Foam. This one I believe is a cleanser. I haven't even used it yet, but there is no English writing. So what you can do if you find a product that has foreign writing is use Google Translate, and you just take your phone and go over it and take a picture, and it translates the words. This comes in super handy if you're traveling, if you need to look at a menu. Luckily, we were always with people that could translate or help us with ordering food at a restaurant, but I didn't have someone write with me while I was buying this stuff at Sephora, so the sales girl was so helpful. Her English wasn't great, and of course my Korean is terrible. In fact, the only word that I can say in Korean is thank you, which is 감사합니다. which I said a lot while I was in Korea, but that is about all I can say. I was slightly disappointed in myself that I didn't learn more Korean before I went. I tried, and in my opinion, it is such a hard language to learn, but I am determined to continue trying and learning. So we have the cleanser here, and then the Calming Essence Toner. Now these are really heavy glass containers, and the one disadvantage is these are the type of containers that you have to like shake the product out. And so that's a little bit, I don't know, I'm used to pumps or things that are easier to get out, or droppers. But I have tried a few of these, haven't used them for several days in a row. I've been using mostly that first line, the Estura line, but I have like dabbled with these PRM products. They do have a very botanical aroma, slightly stronger than I would have hoped for. I do think it's a natural organic fragrance. It's not any like added fragrance, but it is something that threw me off just a little bit. So we have the Hydration Cream Emulsion. So again, it's in one of these super beautiful heavy glass bottles, but the thicker products are a little bit harder to get out. You really have to shake it. It reminds me of an old time ketchup bottle, you know, getting the ketchup out. So that would be like one downside of this brand. But they feel amazing, and I am going to try to use as much of it as possible. I don't know how I'm going to get it all out of a glass container like that, but I am really looking forward to using it. Now I have tried this one more than the others. This one is the Youth Radiance Power Moisturizing Cream. This one's a really beautiful, thicker cream. I've used this a couple times at night, and again, like the other products, it has a slightly organic botanical aroma. It almost smells like being in a garden, I guess, you know, almost has that like kind of floral, herbal type of aroma. I also got the PRM Seed Peptide Reserve Serum Organic Barrier Repair. Again, beautiful glass packaging. This one does have a dropper. You know, I haven't really dug deep into all the ingredients in every one of these, so I can't even say if there's retinol in this one, but I will do some research and see. I was just so gravitated to it, and it says barrier repair and peptides, so all good things from that standpoint. I did rely on the sales girl to kind of point me in the right direction, and she was so helpful. Now this one is a Youth Radiance Serum, really small, but beautifully packaged, like the whole line. It's all gorgeous. And this one says Vitatinol. So I did look this one up, and I think this has both vitamins, peptides, ceramides, and retinol, if I'm not mistaken. So I was going to leave Sephora with just that product line, and the beautiful sales girl talked me into buying this. She said it's extremely popular in Korea. It says First Care Activating Serum. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but Solwasu. Again, heavy glass container. This one does have a pump. So I like this one a lot better in terms of it has a pump. This is just a serum, but you get a lot of it in the container. And again, haven't really looked at ingredients, but it has a very light aroma. When I was asking the girl, trying to ask about ingredients, she couldn't really tell me much about the ingredients, but she said it's great for mature women, for wrinkles and lifting the skin. So I was on board. Okay, my last two products are from a brand, Primera. This is the BHA Bubble Peeling Cleanser. So BHA is something I don't typically use as someone with dry skin and being over 50. But once in a while, having a BHA, which usually is salicylic acid, really helps clean the pores. Deep cleaning the pores really can improve pore size. It's when we get a lot of debris clogged into the pores that stretch the pores out like a rubber band, and they never go back to their smaller, more refined size. I won't use a BHA every day, but this is nice to use every once in a while. Currently, I'm using the CeraVe Salicylic Acid Cleanser as my like once or twice a week BHA cleanser. And then this is the Primera Facial Mild Peeling. It says Double Absorption Tech Biopolymer Film, Smoother Skin Texture. So again, haven't done a deep dive into all the ingredients, but one thing I know for sure is Korean skincare is famous for having incredible ingredients, cutting out all the unnecessary ingredients that is bad for the skin. And so I'm just going to experiment. I might take my Google Translate and try to figure out all the ingredients in all these, but I am definitely going to give them all a fair shot. Now, she did send with me as samples, something I'm very interested in. And this is a mask. It's called Belief Super Nights Regenerating Mask. It says improves wrinkles and skin firmness. Dermatology tested. This is for nighttime care. And she gave me several of these. So I'm definitely going to use these and I will let you know. And if I can find a link, I will link everything I can find links for in the description below. If I can't find links, I will just write the names of the products and you can definitely explore on your own, see what you can find. And then she also threw in a couple of these sheet masks. These are luminous hydrating sheet masks. So excited to try those. I always like a good sheet mask after a long day, do my skincare, put on a sheet mask, make some tea, enjoy some podcasts or watch TV. Sounds like the perfect end of a work day. So Christina, the beautiful woman we met from Ace Cosm, she really organized this whole trip perfectly. A lot of education, a lot of learning opportunities. We got to have treatments, we had beautiful dinners, experienced the culture and went to a palace and did a little shopping. One of the places she took us in Seoul was this jewelry store. It's more like costume jewelry, like it's coated, like 14 karat gold coated. But this store was literally like 3 or 4 stories tall. I'd never seen so much jewelry in one building in all my life. So I bought a lot of things thinking my daughters would pick through it, and what they didn't want to keep, I would keep. Bella's still away at college, so I'll let the girls go through it when Bella's home so that Abby doesn't take all the good stuff and leave her with the stuff that isn't as good. But I'll just very quickly show you some of the things I got. They were all really affordable. Like some of it was $3, $4, some of it was $8 or $9, depending on the piece. It was a super fun store to look at, to look through. You could find something for everybody, whether it's gold or silver, big jewelry, small, dainty, delicate, really trendy, kind of off the wall. There was hair accessories, scarves, some clothing, but mostly it was a jewelry store. It was more like an accessory store. There were purses. They did have like some cashmere socks. Gosh, there was so much. Like if I went back to Seoul, I'd want to go to that store. This is the name on the bag. I'm thinking that's the name of the store, but it's NYU. I'm not sure if that's the name of the store. I'll double check on that and put it in the description. If they have an online store, definitely check it out. But the store in Seoul was probably one of the highlights. It was so fun to peruse and just look at everything they had. All right, so I got these, which I think are so adorable. They're kind of outside of my comfort zone, and I think my daughters might grab these before I get a chance to wear them. And then these really pretty black with the gold stripe, small, like huggy hoops. I think those are really darling. I don't think my girls are gonna like those, so I might get a few pairs of earrings out of this. I think these are really different. I don't have anything like this. They are hoop, but they have this little cluster on there. I just think those are so cute. And then another hoop. This one's a little more detailed. I have so many like simple hoops that don't have a lot of detail, so I just thought that'd be something different. We'll see what I'm left with once my girls go through all this stuff. I might limit them and tell them they can each pick out like 5 things. I don't know. We'll see. These I thought were just super nice, more elongated, something more simple without a lot of detail. And then these are another small little huggy, but they do have like a little crystal or CZ in them. I just thought those were so cute. And then we have a little necklace set here, a layered necklace set, but not so super big. Like I wear a lot of big ones lately, big necklaces lately, because those are kind of coming back on trend, but I love that this little lock. I think one of my daughters is going to snag this one. And then this bracelet, pearls are coming back, so I am definitely getting more things with pearls. You're seeing a lot more of the gold on one side, pearls on the other with the little toggle clasp. I have a couple of those. I thought this would go nicely with that. And I did buy each of my girls a little ring. I don't know if you can see it in there, but Abby already has hers. This one's for Bella. And then I don't usually wear corded necklaces, but I just thought this was really pretty. So I just like the heart on that. Maybe I'll jump out of my comfort zone and try this. Now the nice thing is when the girls pick their stuff, I can always borrow from them. So we definitely have kind of a borrowing situation in our house when it comes to jewelry and even skincare. The girls try a lot of my skincare, so I'm not too worried if they have the jewelry that I can still borrow it. All right, you guys, so that was everything that I brought back from Korea. Really enjoyed picking up the skincare. If I had more time in Korea in a bigger suitcase, I should have checked a larger suitcase. It would have been $100 either way. I probably would have bought more skincare and facial rejuvenation type stuff, but the truth is we can usually find it online and then avoid having to travel to Korea or ship it back or spend money on an extra suitcase. I have spent several days trying to find this brand online and I have not been successful. So I think I'm going to have to go to Sephora Korea's site and see what I can find there. If you guys have any Korean skincare favorites, please let me know in the comments. I am always looking for something new to try and I love hearing what's working for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already joined the Gorgeously Aging family, please hit the subscribe button and join us on this journey. We would love to have you. Thanks so much for watching. Be good to yourselves and to others. I will see you next time.